Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today this is going to be a shorter video. Unfortunately, this will not be a full normal review for me because this machine came my way, and taking a quick glance at it, you may not see anything immediately wrong with it. This is a Yoga 460, by the way. However, if we pay very close attention to a few key details, including this bottom edge right here, we will see that the laptop lid is actually not closing flush. That also becomes apparent when we take a look at the lip on this side right here. What has actually happened to this Yoga at some point in its lifetime is the hinge on the left-hand side has seized up. So you will notice that this hinge over here is essentially behaving correctly, opening up at a 45-degree angle. However, this one is seized at a 90-degree angle with the screen and is in line with the chassis here. Now, what this ends up creating is a potentially dangerous situation for the screen and the casing up here, because the hinge actually extends not only across the bottom of the display on the left-hand side, but it also extends up the display here. And to illustrate that, I'm just going to slide over the picture of the maintenance manual for this computer, and we can see that this is the hinge mechanism here, and that it extends up the display here and has a screw point here, here, and here. So it's being held in at these locations, essentially forming this triangle in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So if we apply significant pressure to this hinge, which I suspect has seized or failed in some way, we are most certainly going to damage the display, which sits on top around all of the edges here. That's not something that I want to do. You might say, well, can't you still talk about the laptop the way that it is? And really, I thought about that. Ultimately, I'm going to make the decision to unfortunately let this video go by the wayside. I don't think I would be able to really ignore this setback and do a fully objective review of what the Yoga 460 is capable of. But I do want to let you know that if you do see a Yoga and it's not quite sitting right, and you can tell very, very quickly that it is something that you would need to service right away. When I try to fold this thing back, it makes a very scary cracking sound, and I definitely do not want to break this machine. If there is a future that involves a Yoga 460 that is in better condition, that I don't run the risk of breaking because this one is on loan, then I'll happily feature it on the channel. If not, I will say that this is something that you might just want to be on the lookout for any Yoga that has these hinges, that they can seize up. Do not try and force them or work them back in. It's not worth the risk of destroying the screen and potentially the entire upper case. If the screw posts rip out of the back, just disassemble it using the maintenance manual. It's not that difficult, and just remove this hinge. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoy this sort of content. If you do, I will encourage you to do the big four. Please like the video, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So the next time that I can give you a heads up on things to watch out for, like the hinges on these Yogas, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.